Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were as sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff, but by the time he landed back at the base, it was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down.
Suspend mission.
The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack Farbanti from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground and in the water as required. By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to replenish your ammunition or make necessary repairs to your craft, a return line has been set up in the north. During this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Erusia hacked. If we take down the information communication system that we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusia into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusian military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle. Erusia will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
clear, squadron. Proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Our troops have engaged at Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. You're really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all of you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, and come back in one piece. Lock on. Good night.
Strider 1, the return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
This one's mine. Attacking. Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Cute. No, it's real funny.
Our ground forces are now moving to capture Farbanti Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. They could use some air support. Missile away. Strider 1, locked on target.
Hostile has a lock.
What are you waiting for? Fill up full of lead. Locked on hostile. Hold them! Don't let them through! Our air support has shot the enemy. Advance on the hospital. Strider 1, enemy is locked on. Half the enemy's already down. That LRSSG is really tilted. Medic, stay to the engine. I need them back on the front lines ASAP. Bandit on your tail. Get some distance. Enemy dodged. Continuing attack. Special delivery. If you sit there, the enemy will surround you.
I'm behind my target.
Bandit down. Good shoot. Now, support teams, open fire.
You should see the submerged area up ahead. Friendly warships have already begun the invasion. Things are about to get rough.
We're sending the squadron that defended Stonehenge. Are you sure about this? Yes, we have positive ID. Raise the threat level to maximum. We have experience on our side. The enemy is desperately trying to stop our advance. It's tougher than they thought.
Hostile has a lock.
3 strikes is overhead. Lady Luck's now on our side.
In gun range.
Locked on.
Too hard to die. Like the devil is so in the last battle. Just don't have enough firepower to stop them.
Target destroyed by Strider 1.
Target acquired. backup inbound. Forces are heading from 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
Roger.
It's raining missiles out here. Watch yourself.
Breaking from enemy. I don't like the look of things. They're relentless. Okay, Trigger. Silver Bridge is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
Let's go. Push it.
Wilco. That's something.
Bandit my side.
Strider 1, bandit splashed.
I'm on his back.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Left. Focus our defenses on the left. Hit us from there.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Strider 1, target destroyed.
Missile. Missile.
We need to reform our ranks.
Missile. 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 Missile.
They have a lock on me.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Lock 2.
Missile.
After the laser round.
Missile.
Bandit acquired.
Missile.
Firing.
Missile. Missile.
It's closing. Evading. All right, am I back?
Fox 3.
Enemy's got a lock.
Gotta do it. I can see the tide turning in our favor.
Locked on bandit.
Breaking to escape lock.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Enemy missile. Breaking. They have a lock on me. Disable them. They'll crash on their own. Lock 2.
The comms are full of requests for help from friendlies. Our occupation of Farbanti could be in jeopardy now.
Come on, dodge that missile.
This is the start. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet.
We need more air support. We can't hold the bridge much longer without it.
Call reinforcements! The enemy is trying to let sooner!
Good job.
Hostile lock on you, Strider 1.
Missile.
Breaking, breaking, breaking!
Target acquired.
Right, right, evading. We can hold out just a little longer. Our plan will be a success.
Locked on. Go down.
The enemy is worn out. This is our chance.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Missile.
It's no use! We have to retreat!
Target in gun range. 5 minutes remaining.
On my target. Letting her rip! They have a lock on me. Enemy missile! Breaking!
Fire for effect. Your strongest round. I'm against the heartbeat.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Fatigue is starting to set in. Maintain your composure. We're almost through this. Eyeball to Tucker 2-4. Bracketing is complete. Fire for effect. Roger. Team firing data. Activate 20 Strider 1. Elevation 37. Prepare to volley. Fire.
We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy. Trigger. It's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down, then move on to the next.
And impact. Tucker 2-4. Go easy on our eardrums next time. Thanks for the fire support.
Locked on. Missile. Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
Missile.
Strider 1, missile heading your way.
Missile.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Ally shot down. Hostile has a lock.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Our allies aren't advancing as we hoped.
Missile.
This isn't good. Trigger.
Hit the areas where the enemy forces are thickest. 3 minutes remaining.
Missile closing in on me. Locked on bandit.
Missile.
On the enemy's tail.
Missile. Missile.
They have a lock on me.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Target acquired.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Vessel confirmed sunk. 2 minutes remaining.
Missile.
Target destroyed.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Enemy has a lock.
Missile. Missile.
On my target. Letting her rip.
Missile.
Look out. Missile closing. Think that and miss. Caution. Enemy has a lock.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Your air support considerably weakened organized resistance from the Erusian army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood. Understood.
All right.
Understood. Understood. Understood.
Missile.
Strider 1, watch your tail.
Missile.
Missile. Evaded.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
H2. Powerful AA defense system in the AO. Coordinates Tango 2-8. 39.
Keep the
There's an AA. No unsealing. Protecting the defense. See what he's got my missile now before it reaches.
All right. Am I back?
Target acquired.
Strider 1. Enemy is locked on.
30 seconds remaining.
Missile.
Strider 1. Break. Break.
Missile. Missile.
Keep the beat locked. That's a hit.
Missile.
Bandit behind you. Look out.
Bandit behind you.
Missile.
I'm damaged, but still fully capable. Locked on bandit.
Missile.
I'm on my target.
Missile.
All aircraft, listen carefully. This is Broadcaster. We have the upper hand. The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that. Man, don't jinx us.
Ah, you're right. New bogies. No, 5 Su-30s inbound.
It's Mr. X.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The two leaders are at a different level. But don't underestimate the rest of them either. This should prove to be fun.
Missile.
What do you mean?
Missile.
It's just like you say. The enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
Missile.
What's this guy eating? Stay focused. We've still got a monster to slay.
One ship is sunk. Human fighter coming back around.
Don't let Mr. X run wild. Friendlies are suffering heavy damage.
Stall warning. Missile.
Taking evasive action.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
Attack missed.
Mr. X is eating through the Osean forces.
No. More of these guys. Leader lock on you.
Missile.
Strider 2. Fox 2.
Missile.
Bandit has a lock.
Missile.
Bandit fired missile. I have a lock.
Get your pal.
The ship was sunk soon after. That's the last we heard from them.
Come on,
Not long before our forces are routed. Not bad. They're as good as Wood says. Although that teamwork is somewhat lacking.
Stall warning. Missile. Missile.
Shaking Bandit.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
I'm on my target's tail.
Missile.
Missed.
Call in our air support ASAP. Yeah, still talking about them.
Missile.
Cyclops, Strider, stop Mr. X.
This is Cyclops 3. I've been hit. I gotta eject.
Take him out one by one. Cyclops 3 is bailed out safely. Don't worry. He's gonna make it.
Those lackeys fly like champions.
Listen, Trigger, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X.
What?
I have a lock. All right, he grabbed a bait. Time to take him for a ride.
Missile. Missile.
Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Wait for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger, but my boys won't let you have it.
Target is hit.
Nice, fine. Give him one more.
I've got a sitting duck here.
They have a lock on you. Shake him.
Missile. Missile.
You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot.
Missile.
It wasn't a bad pilot.
Missile.
Wiseman! Missile closing! I'll keep him on me. Just a bit longer.
Shit. Cyclops 1 is down.
Wiseman! Eject already, Wiseman!
I'm sorry, Count.
Missile.
This plane exploded.
Wiseman! Stay strong. We're not done here. Cyclops 2, you've got the lead. Wiseman! Shit!
our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
Wilco count.
You're holding your own out there.
Token acquired.
These guys are way out of my league. I can't even get in close to them.
Enemy has a beat on you.
Fall warning.
Locked on.
Fox 3.
The commander's taking fire.
It's fine. Have a little faith.
Missile hit.
Job. All right.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger.
Shoot it down, Trigger.
You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can.
My radar suddenly turned off.
What is it? Respond.
My data won't update.
My HUD is
Damn it.
crashing out.
What was that?
I've lost radar contact. What's up?
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No. Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Farbanti is now under Ocean control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusian leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osia's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osia and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osian convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Usia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Ocean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Ocean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Ocean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oceans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire. It's Erusian military.
It's something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law, gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. ID'd as Ocean Forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
What's wrong with drones? Whether you're a patriot or not, you're just too stubborn to change with the times.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood. Fox 2. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
You guys are open to trial the war, leading our country even further into ruin.
Target destroyed. AA gun confirmed destroyed.
Somebody take out those allied planes behind us. It is not machines that make the decisions in war. It's people. Understand that.
It's Erusian.
They are responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a path for us.
The more the merrier.
You were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes.
The use of drones makes war more palatable. Why don't people realize this? Get them before they get us! Which faction is the head of our organization? We need to know at once.
It's ID'd as Erusian.
Wait. General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General LaFarge are the real patriots. Onward!
Hostile lockout, you Strider 1.
There's a vehicle up ahead. Only a toll. Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go. We archived all the footage that we've shot for when the communication networks come back online.
We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a clean war.
There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to hail. It's the radicals. Nice work. That takes care of that one. We're heading for the highway. Thanks to you, we got out of paying that toll.
I'm waiting for firing. Bail out now. Wheels 1, stop. Check your IFS. It's a friendly. I know what I'm doing.
Target eliminated.
We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Grunder Park. Captain Carr, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the Radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belgians. They actually went to war. The performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. Even manipulated the princess. The Belgian technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian flight testing by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. For those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Grunder Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling.
Go down. Target acquired. Missile away.
Fire on that vehicle.
The VIP is taking fire. His vehicle stopped.
Try to help us before we get shot. It's not like this is a tank or anything.
Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. Our coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 199er Delta Lima.
Speaking with the commander.
Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah. Don't they know nowhere is safe?
Ocean forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Longcaster.
Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
It's all gone to hell. Radio chatters about the Civil War. We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
Battlefront expansion.
That was something.
Radio? You have one in your cockpit?
So? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. An armored vehicle's behind us. This vehicle's used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
General, still have drones at our disposal. From these talks. Please, watching the future reveals from behind us. We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood. System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Ocean forces.
Hostile tanks are keeping the armored formation at Anchor Bay from protecting the VIP. Can you clear them out for us?
No problem.
I'll show you morons what it means to use your head to fight and not just instincts. Your delusions of fighting with drones is what got us into this mess.
Breaking! I can't get lost!
We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkin technology than just UAVs. Thinking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones that resembled Osean fighters. And then to assassinate Harling, putting the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkin technology only brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Arusi is responsible for Harling's assassination.
You're talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger? This one's mine. Strider 2, missile incoming.
How are we supposed to tell the difference? There are enemies everywhere.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
Taking fire from a friendly call.
ID is Illusion military.
The General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
Target destroyed.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing.
How'd you last long, Chapter? We've been briefed and we're here to help.
Nice. Glad to see the Oseans attacking the radicals.
Maybe we should join up with them if it means getting rid of those assholes faster.
Regionalism is part of the infighting of today's fronts.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Almost at the rendezvous. Leave the rear to the others. Understood.
The radicals truly believe most of drone productions will make up for our losses. They shouldn't be taking responsibility for the capitals of all, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly.
Here on out, all aircraft are prohibited from taking off.
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Illusion News Network.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft your grandfather told me about. The one with the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're as
Ocean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit. That's all we can do.
ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh. Right. I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco.
Excellent.
How dare you interfere?
Warning. Enemy
I'm
has
here to
a lead on
deal
you.
with that traitor.
Missile.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Careful, those guys are good. Wait, you don't think it's those Ocean big shots, do you? I managed to catch a glimpse of the three strikes.
Don't miss.
Aim carefully.
Mine. No good. Shit.
Behind the enemy.
Strider 1, target. Just how long do you plan on getting in my way?
Enemy on your back.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
They're in my way.
Missile.
Evading!
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... The drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Lancaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, OC craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition. What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Missile.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
Missile.
Can't afford the MQ-99's launch. Our commands are overridden.
Missile.
They must be accessing it remotely. Shit is behind this.
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses. To build something else entirely. Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Feet on you.
No. The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
Target is down.
Missile.
Target was not struck. Target acquired.
Target locked. Strider 1, target eliminated.
Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Missile.
Warning, enemy has a bead on you. In gun range.
Missile.
5 bandits remaining.
I've got a sitting duck here.
4 bandits left.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need. It's not enough to be really functional. There has to be a time when it must function.
3 bandits to go.
Locked on.
Two bandits left. Show them what you got. One bandit to go.
Fox 2! Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Ocean's army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Were you sent by the General's staff? No, we'd like you to send someone. I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oceans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire. It's Erusian military.
It's something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. ID'd as Ocean forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
What's wrong with drones? Whether you're a patriot or not, you're just too stubborn to change with the times.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood.
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead. What did you say? Apparently, he was shot down by another Ocean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.